Hey, what's up guys? It's Hayden.
Hey, and I'm Emma. Welcome back to our channel. We thought we might do something a little bit different and also something that we might continue to do in the future. There's sometimes movies where we don't feel like we want to do an entire video dedicated to those, where maybe we just don't have a long enough opinion to make a full video. So we thought maybe we might do some monthly wrap-up videos for you guys of all the stuff that we did also watch, but also feel like it's worth mentioning, but not so much a full video on.
Yeah.
So this is going to be like a monthly thing. This one's going to be what we watched in July. Next month, at the end of the month, we'll do one what we watched in August, to just go hand in hand with, you know, the solo reviews that we do bring out when we do feel like there's more to say about something we've seen. This video though, we thought we might also throw in some stuff that we watched in May and June, considering we were away for a little while. And yeah, because there are some big things that got released while we were on our hiatus. So we might just mention those as well. But if you are interested in hearing what we've been watching while we've been away, then stick around, get a cup of tea or a coffee, whatever you're into, settle in. This might be a bit of a long video, but let's have some fun and talk movies and TV shows.
Yeah, speaking of TV shows, a big one that we just finished up.
Stranger Things. Oh my God.
So good.
Sorry, just to clarify, are we doing spoilers in this?
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Okay, fine. No spoilers. Okay, well, I'm sure everyone's probably seen Stranger Things by now. Surely. It's been like the talk of the town.
Yeah.
But look, I feel like this last season, season 4, has probably been my favorite season
Could be
to
one of
date.
the best.
I loved it. It had one of my all-time favorite characters, Eddie Munson. I will die for him.
Hasn't he become a fan favorite?
Oh my goodness, I know. In one season, he is just... And I don't even think we had him in like every episode.
No.
But he is just... He's stolen my heart and
so
the hearts of many other people. He is just awesome. He is like the kind of dude that we would have been besties with in high school and probably still
We would have been in the Hellfire Club for sure.
Oh, 100%. Fuck yeah, Hellfire Club. Sorry.
Do you want to just tone it down a little bit?
I'm
Jesus.
just such a fangirl of Eddie. But that whole season, oh my goodness, can we also talk about Vecna, our villain?
Great villain.
Our villain for this season.
Mostly practical effects.
Yes.
Mostly practical makeup effects, just a little bit of CGI just to kind of enhance it, but such a great job by the makeup department there.
And I watched a little making of that character. You should definitely check it out if you haven't. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure they said it was the same team that did the character from Game of Thrones, the King, Night Witch?
Yep, Night King.
Night King, I totally blanked then. He's done the special effects in Chernobyl. If you ever saw the Chernobyl series, one of our other favorite series, you have to watch that. They were some crazy realistic effects in that. So they had a really good team behind Vecna. I really loved his whole look.
Yep. Love the kills. It got really brutal.
Yes. Yep.
They've definitely stepped up. It feels like the show is growing with its audience.
Yeah.
You know, as the kids are getting older, the show's progressing, we're getting older, and the themes are getting a bit more extreme, and, you know, stuff like the kills. And it's just kind of leveling up. Right, it's no longer just like a supernatural show. It's now becoming a bit more of a horror. Yeah, which I love. I loved it. This season, so good. Last couple of episodes were amazing. Yep. Some of the most epic television I've seen in a long time. Yep, they've stepped it up.
And also some of the longest episodes we've ever got. We had like movie length episodes in this season, and especially the last in part 2 of season 4. Those last few episodes, they were like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. So they were like feature length, which was so cool. And
acting was great. Like everyone across the board was fantastic, put in amazing performances. Yeah, I can't fault this season.
No,
A+.
If we're not talking spoilers, then we should probably just leave it there because we could talk ages about Stranger Things, but definitely see Stranger Things if you haven't already. If you haven't even started the series, I can't even with you. Just watch Stranger Things, please. All right.
Now, keeping on the horror topic, let's talk about a horror film that we saw recently, The Black Phone.
Yes, I had been hanging out for this movie for a while. As soon as I saw the trailer for it and some reviews that were coming out, because obviously America gets everything before us, as soon as I heard the reviews for it, I was like, oh my God, okay, this one I need to see. And we've just seen it last week, and it was so good. I don't know if you loved it as much as I did.
I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty good. I think I was expecting a little bit more. I think it just got a bit hyped up for me, and I was expecting some crazy, over the top, just blow my pants off, intense, scary. And I don't think it delivered quite that. But it was a very well made movie. I liked the concept. I thought that was really cool. I thought Ethan Hawke was spectacular as the villain. He was just creepy and unnerving, and I loved his performance.
He was one of my favorite things about the movie. It was kind of a role I hadn't seen him in before. I really like what he did with this character. And
just the overall tone was very kind of dark and grim, and I do like the color grade, the tone of it. I thought was really cool.
I think so. I believe it was set in the 70s, and it definitely had that sort of 70s color grade and film style to it, which I also loved. You know, we get a few flashback scenes, and they're filmed in sort of that found footage, you know, home camera sort of way, I guess, from that time. And it fits so well with the whole story and the style of the film. I really loved the acting in this. The kids are amazing.
I thought the girl especially.
Yes.
And there was a scene where she had to cry, and it was so realistic. Just brutally realistic. I was like, how?
Yeah.
It was so good.
Whenever I see child actors like get in touch with emotions that just seem like way too advanced for their age, I'm just like, how do you go there at that age? Like, anyway, props to them, honestly.
Props to them,
I would definitely recommend The Black Phone if you're into your horror thrillers. You know, I really liked the style of the film, but also the concept, which was, you know, our villain's called the Grabber, and essentially, without spoiling too much,
he grabs people.
He's a kidnapper, essentially. So there's a bad man going around. He's kidnapping kids of this town. And certain things start to unfold when he kidnaps one kid in particular. Our lead actor was phenomenal, and the relationship he has with his sister, that was just such a beautiful element to this film. I really loved their sibling relationship. It was so beautiful. Really and it really tugged on the heartstrings at times. I was not expecting to cry in this movie. Like, there was a really beautiful moment. So without spoiling too much, see this movie if you're into that sort of stuff. I really recommend it. I absolutely loved it, and it was what I was expecting. Check it out. What else should we move on to?
Look, I think keeping on this theme, keeping on this horror theme, and talking about another movie that I thought had a really nice aesthetic, Gretel and Hansel.
Yes. Now this movie came out in 2020, I think.
A slightly older movie,
but not that old. But it did come out a couple of years ago. And I feel like it's so underrated.
Very underrated.
It is a gorgeous movie, for starters.
Beautifully shot. Amazingly shot. Just really well color graded. The aesthetic of it all was just amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of caught my attention straight away.
Yeah. The cinematography in this is outstanding.
Yep. Choice of location and sets I thought was really good, and just kind of added to that. It just had a really cool atmosphere to it.
Yeah, very cool. And the is it the witch? It was the witch's house.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, house goals. It was absolutely stunning. The architecture and the whole set design is beautiful and just right up our alley. I was like, oh my God, I just want to live in this place so bad. Absolutely gorgeous. I also thought it was interesting that they did the film in that smaller frame.
Yeah, the 4x4, 4x3. Yeah.
They didn't do the full screen mode that we're used to now. They've gone back.
Yeah, old school. Just kind of added to. And I feel like more and more movies are doing that.
Yes, I have noticed that too. Yeah, and I just feel like it's it's just a creative choice, but it just kind of adds a little bit of something to the movie. Yeah. So I quite like that too. I think the only thing that put me off a little bit, it's not like a major thing, but it was the fact that Gretel has like an American accent and her brother Hansel had like an Irish English accent going on. I'm like, but your siblings, you should have the same accent. So that was the only thing that threw me off. I was just like, yeah. Anyways.
Was it maybe just something they didn't think about, or
either that, or maybe one of the actors just couldn't do the other's accent, and they were just like, we've casted you now, so
small little
just a minor little issue I had with it. Other than that, I really liked the retelling of this, very well-known story now. They put their own spin on it, and I really liked it. It was really creepy. If you like those kind of like witchy vibes, kind of demonic kind of stories, I would check this out. It feels a little unnatural to say Gretel and Hansel.
Yeah, that kind of ordering just kind of is a little bit weird. But
doesn't roll off the tongue as nice as Hansel and Gretel. But yes, this movie is Gretel and Hansel from 2020. Definitely give it a go. It is so underrated. Absolutely gorgeous movie.
Well, let's go to an underrated movie to a movie that is definitely not underrated.
Oh.
Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun
Maverick has just been blowing up recently. I think it overtook Titanic as Paramount's biggest domestic grossing film.
Really?
Which is huge. I know we're in a different era now, and ticket prices are more expensive, but that's still huge. That is a massive effort.
I didn't hear that. That's awesome. I can't believe they did that. But
this
no surprises.
Movie was fantastic. Legacy sequels rarely work. The Predator. But when they do, and when you've got someone that cares about the source material as much as Tom Cruise does, then it just works. And this is exactly what a sequel needed to be.
Yeah.
I loved it. Just the practical stunt work that they did, and it wasn't just Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise got all the actors to get in those planes and to do those stunts with the pilots. Crazy. Tom Cruise is an absolute lunatic. Say what you want about him. Say what you want about him as a person, as a Scientologist. I get all that. But as an actor, as a stunt performer, you cannot overlook him. You cannot bag him. He's just an absolute lunatic. And what he does on screen is just ridiculous. It's really good.
He definitely knows what he's doing in front of that camera. And I love that he does his own stunts. I think that's really cool.
And it shows, like, these action scenes, these aerial scenes are just so good, so well shot, so intense. They've definitely taken a step up from the original. And I'm a massive fan of the original. I love the original. And this just, took that step up, which is what a legacy sequel needs to do. So
this was definitely how to do a sequel right.
Yeah.
I couldn't follow the film at all. I thought it looked beautiful. I loved all the characters. I love seeing Tom reprising this role.
Yeah, getting Val Kilmer back. That scene was just...
my goodness. I was not expecting to be crying so much in Top Gun, but that scene between him and Val Kilmer's character, that really got me in the feels. But it was so good to see him back on the screen after everything he's been through. I loved how they incorporated his character.
And look, the one thing I wanted from this film going in was I wanted Danger Zone to play straight up, and I wanted a montage. I wanted a Danger Zone montage. And they gave it to me.
They delivered.
The rest of the movie could have been crap, and I would have been like, but come on, Danger Zone montage. Doesn't matter. But luckily the rest of the film was awesome. But they did it right. Like, they didn't just put Danger Zone in the ending credits like they do with so many just like key theme songs to big movies. When they do like legacy sequels, they just kind of slap the theme song in at the end just to kind of, appease the audience. They didn't do that. They actually had it in the movie, kicking it off with Danger Zone. Love that. Yep. Love that. Big tick of approval right there.
And while we're talking about songs in the film, Lady Gaga has obviously done a theme song for it. I have to say, now I'm one of the biggest Lady Gaga fans on the planet.
Yes, as you like to remind us all the time.
Little monster for life. But I have to admit, I actually didn't love the song at first. Now, the song in the film clip did come out before the movie, but I actually wasn't sold on it when I first heard it. I was like, I really wanted to love it because I generally love everything that she releases. But I was a little bit... But I have to say, once I saw the film and then heard it, in the credits and tapped into the film, I was like, okay, it works. And I'm sold on the song now. I like it now. I don't know. I was a little bit thrown off at first, but now that I've seen it...
Good song to close on.
It is definitely a closing song and a big ballad that I think that film needed. So it definitely worked in the movie. And I also love that apparently Lady Gaga had a lot to do with the score of the film. She's apparently been wanting to get into film score writing for a long time, and she actually helped out a lot in the whole score of the Top Gun Maverick film, which I really think is so cool, and yay for her, because she's just ticking something else off her bucket list, and she can just do everything. So, should I stop fangirling?
Yes, please. Okay, let's move on. Look, another massive movie that came out not that long ago, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
So we didn't see it on the big screen, but we did see it once it hit Disney Plus. I liked it. Yeah, it definitely seemed like a natural progression for that story. We get to see a little bit more of the multiverse. They're definitely going more into that, which is really, really cool. We get to see more of his powers. I thought this was a really cool and slightly darker Marvel film. It's kind of interesting how we get like Thor Love and Thunder, which is just so lighthearted, and then we get this, which is definitely a lot darker. And they got Sam Raimi to do this one, which I think is a perfect choice. He's definitely the guy to go to if you want dark and weird.
I really loved that they chose him to direct this movie, because I really liked the horror elements that this Marvel film implemented. I don't think you've really seen kind of this horror kind of side to these stories before, and it was really cool. There was a few scenes where I was like, ooh, yeah, I can really see Sam Raimi all over that shot.
Yeah, it had Sam Raimi all over it. Yeah. Just his signature was all over this one, and I dug that. I really liked that about it.
I loved it too. I thought it was a really good choice, and just something different for the franchise. And I also thought it was really interesting how they used Wanda in this film. I don't want to spoil too much in case you haven't seen it yet, but really wasn't expecting the kind of turn they went with her character.
Yeah, and some people liked that and some people didn't like that. I thought it was a good choice. I think she is such a broken character at this point, and I really like that. She's definitely fighting the light and dark within her, and I think that comes across in this film. Yeah. That's all I'll say about it.
But it was really cool to have her back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We really loved the WandaVision series. We thought that was really cool, and it was good to see her back on the big screen, even though we did watch it on the small screen. But we really liked this Doctor Strange, and always excited to see more Marvel. So definitely see the new Doctor Strange movie if you haven't already. Yeah,
and the last movie I think we need to talk about is the latest Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Dominion.
Yes. Now, we did do a trailer reaction to that one. If you didn't see that, definitely check that one out. But we were pretty excited for this movie.
Sort of my birthday.
We did, yes. That was one of your birthday presents. And look, I'm still not entirely sure how I felt about the movie. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. But I don't know if I loved it as much as I was hoping to. I was really excited to see, all the old original characters come back. And that's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer that we do have all the original Jurassic Park characters now blend with the Jurassic World characters. So that was really cool. I don't know, It
felt like a fan service movie. It felt like they were just trying to give the fans everything they wanted and then hope that was enough to get them over the line.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it was quite enough. I had fun with it. I took it for what it was. It was good seeing Jeff Goldblum back in there doing his Jeff Goldblum things. It was great to see the Dilophosaurus back. That's one of my favorite dinosaurs. I've actually got the dinosaur on the top of my shelf there, the toy. So I love seeing the Dilophosaurus back. And even a dinosaur which I actually had the toy of as a kid that was never in the original movie, and they added that into it, which I thought was fantastic. Just actually...
Now he has to do a show and tell.
I've got a show and tell on my toys. So I got my Dilophosaurus here. So you can see a little Dilophosaurus guy here, and he squirts water out of his mouth.
And then
and then we got this guy. So the guy with the fin, who I got this as part of the original Jurassic Park toy line, but he never made an appearance. And he actually makes an appearance in the new one, which I thought was awesome.
I do remember you talking about that.
Which is
so excited.
little things like that I did like, but it was definitely a fan service movie. And as I said, I feel like the filmmakers were hoping that we'd just get them over the line, but the film was still missing something. And I think it's been missing something for the last couple of movies. I didn't think the second one was that great either. I like Jurassic World, the first one. I thought that was good, and then it just kind of lost its way a little bit. It feels like they just didn't know what to do from there, and they just tried to yeah, maybe get a little bit too big for it, you know, bringing dinosaurs into the world. And I think the ideas will be bigger than what they were capable of achieving properly.
I still don't know how I feel about these like blended breeds of dinosaur either. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. They were trying to do like dinosaur like blending DNAs and trying to create these different dinosaurs, and yeah, they had kind of all these ideas. They had all these really cool ideas, and it's like, okay, what can we do with this? And I just don't know if they had the chops to really bring it home. Yeah,
I think what's so great about the original Jurassic Park trilogy is that element of, in a way, reality. Like, obviously it's all make-believe, but those dinosaurs existed, and you know, it kind of made you believe, oh my goodness, maybe they could bring these dinosaurs back. But then once you start bringing in dinosaurs that never existed and they're like human-made, I'm like, oh, no, that couldn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe it could. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I don't know. I just feel like Jurassic Park kind of had a bit more of realism to it in a way than the Jurassic World ones. It kind of got a bit more far-fetched for me. But I loved Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Their characters are awesome in this franchise. And as I said, I did love the original cast coming into the Jurassic World franchise. I mean, Jeff Goldblum is always hilarious.
Love Jeff.
And I love the little, like...
Never stop being you, Jeff.
I just loved all the little comments and the little lines that are like throwbacks to things that he's done or said in like previous films. And it's just like, yes. But again, a little fan servicey, but I didn't mind those. So yeah, mixed feelings on that. It
Look,
was
see
enjoyable.
it to round out the trilogy and to round out the entire kind of Jurassic saga, just to kind of wrap up the story. But yeah, other than that, you know, I don't know if I would highly recommend this one. You know, still an entertaining ride, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still give it a go just to see the original cast and how they sort of bring them back in. That's always kind of fun, seeing the originals. But yeah, look, you can't go past the original trilogy.
But I think that's it. I think that wraps it up, you know? I think, you know, there was obviously a couple of other small things we saw in there as well, but we'd be here all day if we talked about everything. So
these were the main films and TV shows that we wanted to mention, that we, you know, had a bit more of an opinion on than anything else that we watched. But yes, as I said earlier, we're going to try and make this a bit more of a regular thing. We'll do a monthly wrap-up.
Monthly review kind of deal, yeah.
Talking about the stuff that, you know, were worth mentioning, but maybe not mentioning in a solo episode. And yeah, we're also thinking about some other content ideas to bring you guys. You know, what were we discussing? Maybe
like tier lists and like you know, top 10s and different things like that. Talking about kind of like the hot topics in the film industry. Yeah, we've got a couple of ideas brewing, so maybe let us know in the comments what you'd like to see on our film channel. Yeah. And what would you like us to do? Yeah,
if you've got anything in particular that you've seen other channels do, or you've got your own idea, throw them at us and we'll consider it. But yeah, we just thought we might start changing up the channel a little bit. But obviously going to keep the reviews and trailer reactions here.
Yeah.
We still want to do those sort of things, but we're just going to, you know, test the waters elsewhere.
Test the waters, absolutely. But yeah, with that out of the way, you know, make sure that you hit that like button if you like what we do. Hit the bell for the notifications, be notified of what we've got coming up next. Subscribe to our channel to become part of the Headspace Films community. And most importantly of all, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
See ya.